No, sounds good to me. At least I'm getting good levels. But howdly doodly, every pony. We're back for the slaughtering again. It's the thing that we do every week. Go over the songs. We've got a couple on here that I'm not sure we've seen before. Let me see here. Control F. Let's see here. Vocal. I don't think we've seen a. Yeah, I don't think we've had VocalScorePony on here before, so we've got a new one there. VocalScorePony is a fit right in cover. I believe that's acoustic, and we've got a bunch of other stuff, and then we've got some cryptic type of shit. Hey, how you doing, Gargod? Gargod in chat, one of my favorite chatters, no doubt. Yes, it's Gargod. Alrighty, so let us go ahead and jump right into it. I'm going to go ahead and unmute you there, Soul Strings. You are now unmuted.
That's cool. That's cool. Hello, Gargod. Now you can hear me. For real this time.
For real. I somehow got twisted back into submissions. Oh, that's right. They wanted us to check out this MP3.
Yep. They submitted it directly to submissions. So.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll check that out to see what it sounds like. I haven't. I forgot about that one. So here it is. RKGTS Eagle 2, produced by N Cube and Daily Beats. So Baily Beats. Let's check this out.
Bust them mad now, we bust them mad now, bust them mad now, bust them mad now, we bust them mad now, bust them mad now, bust them mad now. Ay, boy them know so we evil, murder we murder people. Pull up in an unknown vehicle, jump out and dump off my eagle. Make brain fly like seagull, says don't know about the things and we do. Boy drop sleep when me bust my gun, full clip when me game on. Why this and that for free? But said me no care who see. Just play quick on the 4-5 beat. Shotgun and string I read the street. Bust drink up and repeat. Now me show me aim and squeeze. Like them skin like piece of weed. Like phone number them get the lead.
There's so much processing that I have a hard time understanding what's being said, but it's an interesting sound for sure. There's a lot of there's a lot of processing. It's interesting. I think that's really all I have to say about it so far. I don't really have a full opinion of it quite yet. I'll continue.
Man, I treat time when my gun them speak. Boy, them this and get the seed. Light them up like Christmas Eve. Brand new murder scene. 3 scoop on the M16. Shall I grab them, dash them mean. 5 pine plus them jelly bean. Brand new Jericho 941 from Tel Aviv. See through clip double road extend no more than 40 teeth. What's said like Tennessee? I feel like dump like Tyson. Kick like say a Jet Li. Bust them mad now. We bust them mad now. Bust them mad now. We bust them mad now. We bust them mad now. Bust them mad now. Bust them mad now. Ay. Nigga fly, bitch, bust them mad. Nigga fly, bitch, bust them mad. Nigga fly, bitch, bust them mad. Nigga fly, bitch, bust them mad.
That was interesting.
It was interesting. I don't think there wasn't. it seemed to be mostly the same type of beat over and over again. There was a start and stop here and there, which I guess kind of broke it up a little bit, but there wasn't like any real, it didn't seem like there was any real difference between the verses and the hook. It seemed like the hook was basically all the same sound, and it was, since it was so highly processed and there wasn't a big difference between the way the vocals were presented, it seemed to all run together. Thank God it was only 2.5 minutes long. I don't know if that really would have worked, but I do think that it's interesting that we did do a double tracked backing vocals for the outro. At least that really kind of put a bow on it. So it's not bad. It wasn't bad or anything. It wasn't anything that I could, wouldn't be able to stand. But I don't know. It's just it seemed like there's a lot more that could go into stuff like this, that I think, especially stuff that's so highly processed. The options are unlimited. So to go with something that restrained, I think, is probably taking away from it in its totality.
I'm not entirely sure about this one, to be quite honest. Like, I do understand that the way they processed it, like heavily processed and auto-tuned, added some formant variations and stuff, and the way they like let the lines flow, the delivery of it, it's an artistic choice for sure. Like the way they don't enunciate the words, like that, or just straight up mumbling stuff. That's probably a stylistic choice, because like that's how some of the stuff I've heard in the past sound like.
Yeah,
so,
I think that mumble rap isn't like I don't think it's like a something that people do on accident. I'm pretty sure that it is an artistic choice. Not necessarily my thing. I like a very boisterous, very confident, very aggressive vocal style. I'm not so sure about this kind of casual go with the flow type of thing. Yes, no blast beats. There was no blast beats or pig squeals. I mean, what happened to that breakdown? There was no breakdown. It's but I think that it was okay for what it was. I didn't think it was all that bad. But definitely not for me, for sure. I like things with a lot of progression or just many working parts that are working together. I think that those are the best types, instead of basically one very long verse. So that was the first one, RKGTS from Echelon Music, I assume. It was okay. It was okay. So next up, we've got Thrasher, and Thrasher's got some. I haven't listened to it yet, but
this is not a track, actually.
It's not a real track.
It's not a real track. Well, I wouldn't call it a real track, because like it's ambient something, and there's a hidden message hidden somewhere in it, and the way you can hear that message is kind of cryptic.
Okay.
You're going to reveal his secret on stream, like? Right?
I want to know what it says in binary. Let's see.
Well, it says...
Oh, password for the data archives is this. And
it's a link. And you get...
a playlist.
A playlist of previews for his new album.
Oh, okay. And then there's more stuff in here?
Yeah, it's like also incomprehensible and encrypted. It's like some tracks need to be like pitched up and sped up, or even reversed or whatever. So I'm not entirely sure what I was supposed to do with each of that track. Like some of those tracks make sense, some just don't.
I gotcha. And so it's a puzzle that we put together to come to some other answer. Huh.
Probably, but it's still just an album preview.
Well,
So
that's pretty cool. That's
it's
pretty
also
neat.
playing right now. It's just
Oh, I didn't realize. So this is the. So this is basically this kind of droning thing is a preview for his new album, and you get the link for the previews to the new album with the binary code.
Yep. The thing is, the Bandcamp link, it has an additional set of binary code, which says, well, that's basically the instructions on what to do with this particular track.
Oh,
Just
okay.
copy the second paragraph. Just
Binary.
the first paragraph is basically the link to the playlist.
Okay. Oh. So mono audio 258 password for the data archives. And
Yeah,
then this
it's the
is
same link.
Right, it's the same link.
So
258 password for the data archives. Oh.
So like, it's wave, mono, and 258. Yeah.
I wonder
you
if
you can't hear anything because it's in stereo.
Oh, I got you. That's so interesting. So you can convert it to mono, and it
Yes.
will. The phasing will.
Yes, the phasing kind of cancels most of the noise,
Yeah.
and you can hear the stuff in the in the mid channel. You can actually hear it,
Huh.
and it's like Magic Pink Horse pointed out. It's the bumper from, I think, 2 years. Wait, no, from last year's spring Ponysphere album for their track "Desync Reality," and I think we've checked it on stream. So the bumpers are basically short audio, like 30 seconds long, for radio release parties for Ponysphere, State of Sugar, and so on, where artists just say like, "Hey, it's me, like artist name, and here's my song made for this Ponysphere album, enjoy," and something like that.
Yeah.
And music artists, they come up with entirely different and wild ideas for their bumpers. They are playing with sound design, with different voices, different characters, different weird sounds. I don't know, like anything you can imagine. Like live release parties for huge Ponysphere albums are always fun, mostly because of the of those bumpers. So it's just interesting. And that particular bumper is in this track. It's encrypted in there, so you can hear it, like the clear version of it. You can hear it on stream somewhere in the chat and Hangout. But like, if you want to hear it yourself, just make it sound mono, and you'll probably hear it yourself.
Let's see here. I wonder if there's a way. Okay, I got my DAW open. That's so cool. I just think it's so cool. Okay, so
it's amazing.
It's the coolest thing. Okay, let's see if I can drop this in here. No. Drop this in there.
I don't see your though, and I cannot hear it.
Oh, I got it open on stream. Okay, there we go.
Oh, okay. I see it on stream. Okay.
And it said to go to 258. So we'll delete all this, and then we'll export it as mono. I think that should. Oh, wait. I don't want it to be warped. There we go. Okay. And then we'll export it. Export it as mono. Desktop. I'll just call it 258.
Nope. It'll probably be a little bit too quiet, but like.
And then I'll go to desktop. And I'll play it and see what happens. I'm moving closer to the computer like it's going to help me hear it better. I wouldn't even be able to boost it. I can hear speaking, but I can't hear what's being said. But that's so cool.
So, yeah, it's very quiet.
Let me try one more time, but instead I'll just like overdrive the shit out of it.
Just boost it like plus 24 decibels.
I got 6. Let's go to the master channel. I've got that turned up all the way. Okay, now let's see what happens. Export 258 loud. Now let's see. All right, play it again. Where is my... There it is. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. It's a Twilight Sparkle generated voice thing. I still can't make out what's being said, though.
Okay.
Huh. Well, then I'll have to figure out... I'll probably just like see if I can compress it or something and make it louder, and we'll do something like that later. That's pretty fucking cool, though. That's probably one of the coolest things I think I've ever seen anybody do. I don't know.
He did something similar for his previous album. It was like a little bit different, where he just put the numbers that define the amount of pitch shifting and time stretching. So those were like 1 minute long snippets, and when you just time stretch them and make them shorter and pitch them up for like 2 octaves or something like that, it turns to be like 10 or 15 second long riffs from the songs as a preview.
Huh. Okay.
It's also on Bandcamp somewhere.
Well, that is pretty freaking cool. Well, all right. That was the
It wasn't not a review, but like...
Yeah, more or less just an exploration of what Thrasher does, because it's probably the coolest thing I've ever seen. I love it. I think it's awesome. So there's that. And I'll have to figure out what that says later. But we're going to move on to Koron, Korak. Applejack is so busy at the farm. So let's check this one out.
Students with ADHD...
Oh my God. Advertisements.
By all means.
For some reason, the lack of shoes just sells it to me. It just sells it. What's up, MC? That was kind of cool. That was so neat. I like that. I like this. This is so neat. It's got a, it's got this fiddle or a violin or whatever we'll call this thing, this stringed instrument here. And I think it's interesting how it all comes together and how that fits together. It's pretty interesting. It's so cool. It's just neat. I just think it's neat. I have no other notes, honestly. I just think it's cool. No blast beats, but we're going to give it a like for this right here. The guy, the video. I think it's so cool. I like that a lot. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if that banjo was a VST. It sounded like a VST.
Yeah, it is. I bet
especially
it is.
when it was isolated back here. When it's isolated right here, it definitely sounds very VST-like. I would be very impressed if it was not. But yeah, that was Koron Korak. Applejack is so busy at the farm. It was pretty neat. I got bamboozled for the second time this week, seeing y'all in VC and realizing it's a room capped. Your reactions are great. I appreciate you, buddy. So cool. That was interesting. Bryan Eckermann is up next. And we're probably going to end up checking out MC Arch's song, but we'll do that later. It was seamlessly added to the list just then. So we're going to be checking out Bryan Eckermann, Moonlight and Frostbite featuring Stu Block. I have heard of neither of these people before, so this is going to be an adventure. I don't know what to expect. But...
Description. Upcoming 8th solo album.
Wow. 8.
This dude is very productive.
Yeah. I mean, dang. That's a very busy person right there. Okay, let's check this out. Bryan Eckermann, let's go. Goes all out on this music video, lyric video, whatever. I think that so far the guitars coming in was good. It transferred well from the like digital organs into the electric guitars and stuff like that. I think the guitar's got a really nice, clear, clean tone to it. Not clean, but it's got a good tone to it. And I think that everything's mixed well so far. The pads. Handling more of the melodic parts of it, while the guitars are kind of laying down the rhythm. It sounds good so far. I like it.
Visions haunting of our trauma past. My reflection
Man, he's really good in the vocals too. These kind of shrieky vocals are actually really good too. I expected seeing 487 subscribers mixed with 8th solo album that it was just going to be like kind of like churned out bullshit like nonsense, but this is actually really good. This isn't bad at all. So I'm really surprised. Now, I already gave it a like because I could feel that we were going into a blast beat just then, but let's go back to that. Now, during that sequence, the asymmetrical guitars was really, really neat. The way that the right guitar seemed to be handling kind of like a quasi lead, while also parodying the left side guitar to have a very solid bass for the rhythm section there. That was really cool. Severing the human soul, the phantoms now take control, facilitating genocide, hiding in the moonlight, conjuring a chaos scrolls. The prophecies now unfold, a frothing mouthful of lies, a deadly kiss of frostbite. This soft break is really good too. I don't understand how.
Bass.
Do what?
Bass. It's
yeah,
bass.
the bass guitar that leading this soft break here it's really impressive. Like the composition is great. I'm so confused as to how we only have 487 subs when you're producing stuff like this. Like, we're going all out on the lyric video. There's so much art and stuff being and it's just great. I'm really, really impressed with this. The guitars were so busy. Like the lead guitar seemed to be kind of reserved and calm, like there wasn't a whole lot of any of that crazy bullshit going on, but like there were so many layers to that it was harmonized on several different levels. Like, it was a double tracked a backing guitar that was separate, which complemented the lead guitars, but then it also had the double tracked rhythm section at the same time. There was just so much going on, and it was, wow, it's really impressive how we made that come together. I'm really, really impressed by this so far, and we still have a minute left, or over a minute, or almost 2 minutes to go. Jeez. my God! Did you hear that squeal?
Yep.
God dang!
That's not a squeal. That's like operatic, like falsetto.
Right. I didn't know the word
Because
for
like
it, but yeah,
it's in tune, like very like.
yeah.
I
He's
can't
doing.
Do this. I can't do this.
Right. I could never, but like it's so interesting because he's layering the screams was kind of like this melodic sort of operatic. Well, it was definitely operatic when we went to that falsetto, but still he's layering it with clean vocals, so it's like giving it a really heavy melody at the same time. And it's just really good.
It's like an overtone or something like that.
Yeah.
Just like he has the extreme vocals as a basis, and then the falsetto vocals as just some reflections or echoing, like ceiling to that vocal.
Yeah. Famous last words, to be fair. Everyone I know from Texas seems to be obsessed with dance. Gavin Dance, Chris Stapleton, so anything is possible. Texas has a really good metal scene. Anytime I've ever been to... I used to go to Texas all the time. Do what?
According to Bandcamp, he's from Texas.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's really impressive. But yeah, Texas has a super, super sick metal scene. And so, yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all. This is fucking awesome now. Anyway, last minute. Let's check it out. Fucking nailed it. Yeah. It's only a matter of time before this dude gets discovered.
Does that. Like, there's someone featured in that track, but like what they did, that Stu wait, what's the name?
Stu Block? Yeah.
Did he mention that in the credits, like in the description?
Oh, what the Stu person did?
Yeah. Like, I wonder.
It does not say.
Okay. Yeah, it's a little bit confusing. Like, maybe it's on Bandcamp. Let me check. Oh wait.
Hey,
There's
Burning Gryphon, what's up, bud?
It's not on his Bandcamp yet.
Wow, this is really, really incredible though. I'm really impressed. I'm not sure about the fade out. I am just ideologically opposed to fade outs, so I'm just gonna leave that note open, specifically because I'm pretty much always against fade outs no matter what.
I wonder what Jada Gunn could say about this one, by the way. Because like it has some, I don't know, vibes to it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good. Hang on, I'm adding that to the best of the best. I'm definitely gonna be listening to that later. Again, my fucking workout playlist is getting too long.
The way I found this dude, is by. Well, I found him on YouTube when he did a cover of one of Ilna's songs that were never released officially. Well, they were released officially, but with a different vocalist, and the demo album was never released. And he did a cover of a demo version of it. He did a great cover of it, to be quite honest. But I'm pretty sure it's copyrighted because, like, he recorded all the instruments himself, but I think YouTube usually catches all the covers and stuff. So
right. Yeah. I'm super, super mega impressed by this. He definitely deserves more subs. I think most people need to definitely need to be checking this guy out for sure. I'm going to be signal boosting this kind of stuff the best to my ability. Anyway, So, up next, we've got VocalScorePony fit right in. This is going to be a first for the stream. So we're going to be checking out VocalScorePony. I know this guy because he does SFM animations that are pretty cool. So that's how I know him. So let's check this out. This is an acoustic cover of Fit Right In by VocalScorePony. All right, go.
I thought if ponies were the pony ladder's bottom rung. I heard the Pegasi were brutes you'd hate to be among. You smell like fishes, you're vicious, I bet you eat your young. Meet any one of you, the thing to do is run away. But although I know we're all a bunch of different breeds, take away our wings and horns and we're just frightened steeds. So let's put aside our differences, cause what we need's a win. Whoa, come on, rip out all the pages of your history books. Just because we're undercover doesn't mean we're crooks. When we
I think these vocals, the backing vocals, are run up the center.
walk you through the crowd and give you brand new looks, a spin, you're gonna fit right in. You're gonna fit right in.
There's just something ever so slightly off about these vocals, and I can't put my finger on it.
It's too American to my taste.
It's too American for your taste?
Yeah, it sounds like country music, or I don't know.
No, I totally get you. Yeah.
It's like, wait a second. It reminds me of another musician, Luna Jax.
Okay.
If you remember them.
I vaguely remember Luna Jax, yeah.
They have an OC colored United States flag. I think.
What is it?
That's what these vocals remind me of.
Even if we set aside the American part of it, because I don't remember. I don't think he's American. If I remember correctly, he's Canadian. I am not entirely sure, to be honest with you. But even then, even if we set that aside, there's something off about these vocals. They're just not. I don't know why, but they're just not quite fitting in. They don't fit right in, if you will.
I don't know. They sound pretty fine to me because, like, it's a very simple arrangement with only, like, the double-tracked acoustic guitars, the vocals in the middle, and some backing shouts, like shout-like vocals, like backing vocals. Probably in the middle. I think that works. It sounds fine to me. I don't know.
If there's any kind of backing vocals at all, they've got to be double-tracked. Like, if for some reason it just... I feel like, especially in this arrangement, if you have all of the vocals running up the center channel, it gets really muddy, and because it seems to be, once the vocal or the backing vocals come in, the center channel seems to get really crowded, and so yeah. Let us continue.
They taught us unicorns were super scary maniacs with horns like razors and tongues like tasers and teeth like tacks. They take your hubs and then they grind them into midnight snacks. The basic gist of it is unicorns are not okay. Look, I know we're risking everything for this endeavor, but look at us, we're brave and strong and wit and clever. What's closer to the finish than we've ever been? Whoa, whoa. So we better take a leap and put our faith in you. Get our crafty on with sparkles, take them super blue, cause we're running out of options and we're desperate to begin. You're gonna fit right in. You're gonna fit right in. I know you will. Now watch and learn.
These the guitar playing is spot on. It's very, very adept for sure. I don't know what it is. There's something about these vocals, but I just cannot put my finger on it. It's melodically right in line. It's great. There's just something about it that's just slightly off, and I can't figure it out. But I think that's really all I have to say about the vocals. Some vibe I'm getting. Anyway.
This is how a unicorn walks. This is how a unicorn talks. This is how a unicorn hoops. This is how a unicorn oops. This is how a unicorn trusts. Oh, watch a chick a unicorn butts. Now you're in the unicorn no. Soon you'll be a unicorn pro. Oh, a unicorn horn makes a unicorn unicorn stride. It's the morehead on your forehead, it's the source of your pride. Every unicorn who's born has worn a horn that's unique. So we'll whip them up as we speak. You'll be looking très magnifique. We'll make a phony protrusion to make a phony illusion. It's not the perfect solution, but the world's not big on inclusion. And with those rocks in our pocket, we'll reap the reward. And folks will be floored. We'll strike a new chord, our magic restored. Lately all Equestria has lost its heart, but if we can help to find it, we should play our part. If we fail, we'll go to prison, but if not, we'll stop to green.
He's so good though. He's so good. I feel like that, especially in these passages when he goes into the higher notes, he really puts that flourish on it, and he's just so very good.
So let's begin. We're gonna fit right in. 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 We'll fit right in. This is how a unicorn walks. This is how a unicorn talks. Now you look at unicorn show. This is how a unicorn ends this song.
He really did that well.
Less than 3.
Less than 3, yes. You know, I think he scored himself there. If he's the vocal score pony, and he gave himself less than 3, but that's okay. He's humble. He's got that humble pie in there. So, but it was good. I think it was pretty good. He did really well.
Nice.
I think
very
that
nice.
yeah, it was okay.
Imagine listening to Gargot right after that one.
Are we? Oh, yes. Alrighty, so we're moving on to Kirsten's PrinceSlayer build. Topical.
Okay. This is not nice.
It's not nice.
It wasn't.
It was not. It is. It wasn't.
So, we just listened to a very cute and lovely song. And now, we're going to listen to, Gargot, Regurgitation of Shit, and his song, Cursed and PrinceSlayer Bill! Something like that.
Yeah. Let's check it out. I didn't forget. That China sample sounds really good. I don't think we've heard that from Regurgitation shit before, that particular China sample. the bass drum going.
Sound.
Right.
What was that sound of the very last seconds?
I think it was the bass drum playing at like 300 beats per minute at 30-second notes. I'm pretty sure.
It sounded like a bass, to be quite honest. Or maybe he just pitch shifted his vocals even further down to sound like a bass.
Oh, okay.
So, it's like a humming noise,
No, it was that humming sound. I'm pretty sure that was the bass drum right here. And that right there, that's bass drum running at like 32 beats per 30-second notes at like 300 beats per minute.
More like 300 beats per second, because that's very fast. How fast should you play the kick drum to make it sound like a bass guitar?
I don't know, because if you the fastest that my dog goes up to is 1,000 beats per minute, And even then, if it's like 30-second notes, I think it'll sound like a regular just bass sound. It'll just be like, but if you go any slower than that, you can hear the individual notes or whatever. It's okay. Wild. No lyrics on screen.
Can you play that on like 0.25 speed?
Yeah.
Like a quarter speed on YouTube. Just like, I wonder if it's true. I wonder if I can hear the like separate kicks.
Let's do it. No. That is a crazy sound, though. But no, right at 1 minute when it starts in the really, really, really super mega fast bass drum, it's this weird droning sound is produced here. That was pretty cool, though.
I'm not convinced it's a kick drum. It can't be a kick drum. Garga, tell me what it is. I won't sleep at night because like I will just be thinking about what that fucking sound is.
I'm pretty sure it's a kick drum. But you know, anyway, that right there, that is the noise core version of or what is it you call that whenever it's just like droning sounds, you know. The noise core version of the
drone.
Yeah, just like droning. He said it is a kick drum.
Damn.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, if you speed up a kick drum to fast enough, it just sounds like a. And it's crazy.
That wasn't a very interesting addition.
No. So we've got My Player 2 featuring Dionte George, MC Arch, and Stealing Shades. Let's check this one out. This is from the new Ponysphere.
This is the first pre-order single from Ponysphere. Coming next weekend.
Gore grind, yeah. That is the Gar God. That is his energy for sure. Is all gore grind. Okay. We've got this GhostXb, My Player 2. Let's check it.
Yeah, we can play all night if you want me to. We can level up till you had enough and play on. I'll never be game over. You don't need the next console. If I got you on my Nintendo, and even if I'm with my bros, I ain't super without my princess.
This is pretty solid right here. This intro is pretty good. Got a really solid, cohesive. Excuse me. It's got a solid, cohesive understanding of the melody here. It's delivered confidently, and then we've got this really interesting kind of like tom-heavy breakbeat that's going on here. It's good. It's good.
Late for the joystick calls me. Hard to feel tired when she's right beside me. The screen is calling us to a virtual world. Building up the hit points, hurting at the hip joints. All from me laying on my side, but I cannot scratch this feeling. You're playing with my mind. Oh my, I'm falling in love with you. Keep jumping till I storm this castle for you. One life, but I am
there's the only note that I've got so far that the only negative thing, I guess, is that it sounds like all of the drums are running up the center channel, including the cymbals. It just sounds like all of the toms and everything, and so the drums are coming off a little narrow.
I'll never be game over you. We will always win. If in the same team we begin, and even a Sonic, I get stained.
It's really kind of minor in relation to everything else, because the arrangement and the composition of the song so far is fucking phenomenal.
Ring for you, surpass us anything.
Mother gave a curfew, turning off my PS2, turning on the Xbox. I'll be red, you be blue. You just stole my flag when I wanted yours. Well, a wave just ended. Maybe now I can breathe. You're leaning close, asking what do I mean to you? I guess you're my player too.
Oh my, I'm falling in love with you.
And this chorus is so solid. It's just so good.
Keep jumping till I storm this castle for you.
I think I would have liked some variance in the drums here.
One life, but I am running to you. Baby, hear me, 'cause I can't play this game without you. Play all night if you want me to. We can level up till you had enough and play on. I'll never be game over you. If you don't wanna play, it's okay. 'Cause at your side, I will stay. Oh my, I'm falling in love with you. Keep jumping till I storm this castle for you. One life, but I am running to you. Baby, hear me, 'cause I can't play this game without you.
Famous last words with the $0 in chat says, this reminds me of the late 2000s indie pops when stuff when like Hello Goodbye and the Foster the People were and such were popular. Yeah, it's good, man. I think it's really, really good. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of elements to the song, but nothing is burying each other. It's not getting crowded. It's not getting muddy. I can't say that I would really fault any of the choices that they made during the mixdown process. I really think that the drums are probably my biggest sore thumb, if you will, where all of it just sounds like everything is all running down the center for the drums, which is like one of my biggest, giantest pet peeves when it comes to mixing music. But other than that, everything is pretty good, really good. The composition is great. The individual instruments are coming out nice and clear, and the vocals are delivered really well. So I enjoy it. I'm enjoying it. And even the saxophone, I think that was an interesting.
Dionte plays saxophone.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting. It gave it I mean, it was solid, and I really liked it and everything. But it gave it. It seemed like riffy, you know, like kind of an improv vibe, like almost like it was made up on the spot. You know, it gave it that feeling, and I think that's pretty difficult to capture in a recorded thing like this. It's really interesting. This was really good, absolutely 100%. Very, very good shit right here. This is a great introduction to the Ponies at Dawn album that's going to come out next weekend, for sure. Yes.
I think we will get a few more pre-order singles like before the album release. So maybe we will cover them on next stream if there will be anything worth covering. You know.
Yeah.
Like,
Probably.
not electronic stuff, because like electronic stuff is just not our thing usually.
Right.
And after that, the next stream, we might get a lot of new songs, because like this Pony Sedan will have a lot of stuff I want to submit to slaughtering. So yeah, and you will definitely hear more of that saxophone.
Well, I liked it. I liked that. It sounded really good. It had no pig squeals or blast beats. It had no breakdown, so it's basically unlistenable garbage. This is probably one of the strangest gore grind metal albums that I've ever heard right here. 4 minutes 43 seconds. That's basically a full length album if you're listening to porno grind. So I'm just saying it's coming below the bar for me. 0 out of 10. But as an alternative pop song, it's very good. A 10 out of 10 for sure, or 5 out of 5 since we do 5s around here. But anyway, so that was the last of the 2021 songs.
We can make a break and go down the rabbit hole and check out Gargots and J-Doggone songs.
Okay.
J-Doggone submitted another 2015 song, so and it's not even a max.
Regurgitation of shit.
What are you doing?
I think we wanted to check out. Oh wait, you're talking about their submissions. I am stupid. Never mind. Okay. Yes, let us go and check those out really quick. I'm gonna layer everything.
Since
again.
we're done with 2021 songs.
Okay.
Before diving into 2020 section, we have like 1 hour, I think.
Oh, we are at 1 hour.
Like
we are at 1 hour and 10 seconds.
I mean, like, for how long do you plan to stream?
Till 2, noon to 2.
Okay. So we have an hour.
Yeah. So we can do Ponysphere. Ponysphere. I haven't checked out a Ponysphere song in a really long time. Never Fails to Disappoint, and then She Sees a Ghost. Oh, from 2015. Yeah.
2012.
2012.
Scroll down.
Oh, Gargod, keep knee deep in the dead. Oh my God, knee deep in the dead at Doomsgate metal cover. Okay, that's gonna be another Gargod submission. And then let's do this Drop a Line. Let's check that one out too. Okay, Ponysphere, Dazzling Metal. And hopefully this will be impressive. I have never been a fan of Equestria Girls, so I don't know anything about the Dazzlings or anything like that. I've never watched a single one because the Equestria Girls was both dumb and gay, so I didn't watch it. But let's check out this Ponysphere featuring
Secret Metal.
Secret Metal. Oh, okay, it's down here. I was like, what is this? But okay. I'm playing the wrong one. Let's check this one.
shit. Powerless, locked away with morals I have to stay. What can we do? Give me ideas you do. Brain dead and depressed, just chances is hopeless.
I love it when the lyrics get meta like that. It's great.
Maybe we should try another kind of style with heavy metal.
That's so cool. I love that. That's good. That's really cool. So far I love this so much. It's so cool because so each of these three characters is represented by a different style of vocals, and I think that is really, really neat. I think that's a really cool idea. So I am working on something like that, and I think that's really neat. And I feel validated that somebody else came up with that idea, somebody much more talented than I am. So.
I can feel the power flowing in my veins. Why didn't we 20s earlier? Such a shame. Now you two don't mess up with my plans. With the chamber your faces on the taking over the world is my job, so I won't fear attackers. We will take over.
I am aware of the Taco Tuesday meme, so that I understand the reference in that one. I'm not completely and totally inept at my pony references there, but
Sonata is the best siren.
I'm gonna take your word for it because I don't know. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's just a matter of taste, but
I you know what? Since I don't know anything about it, I will assume that you're just objectively correct, and I will fight everyone that says otherwise because I don't know better.
Cutest. She's just very cute. That's it.
That's all the evidence that you need. I mean, that basically makes it fact. I'm just saying. Let's continue. No pig squeals, no blast beats, unlistenable garbage. But I think it's pretty cool. I liked this key change for the final chorus was pretty neat. The break was leading up to it was good. It was good. It was really cool, and it was a really neat idea to represent each of the different characters with a different style of screaming. It's neat all the way around. I think Ponysphere is one of those that just never disappoints. I think it's really, really good shit. And then I like how we have this sort of late 80s, early 90s heavy metal feel, but also it's got the modern heavy drive added to it. I think it's just, delicious. Just delicious. I like that a lot. Alrighty then. Moving on to the next one. We've got Knee Deep in the Dead at Doom's Gate. E1M1, the Doom theme metal guitar with lyrics and vocals. Okay.
That's the level. Episode 1, Map 1. From
the
original Doom game from 1993.
Okay. This is pretty cool. This guitar
This has vocals. Come on. The
You
original
what?
did not have any vocals.
Yeah, so he's putting vocals on his song. The riff sounds familiar, and I don't remember it being from a Doom game.
It's well, back in the day, Bobby Prince, who made the soundtrack for Doom, he took inspiration from some metal bands of that era. So he took some of the very known riffs and slightly rearranged them. So this one sounds very close to Master of Puppets.
Oh yeah, that's the song I'm trying to think of. Yeah, for sure. Okay.
And there are
like
other songs in the soundtrack that sound like similar to famous metal songs. So there's probably a list of references or something similar in Doom music.
Okay. So yeah, it's called interpolation. That's the word I was looking for. That in popular music, interpolation refers to using a melody or portions of a melody with often modified lyrics from a previously recorded song, but re-recording the melody instead of sampling it. So yes, it sounds like an interpolation of Master of Puppets. That's what was bothering me so much. But I do think it's interesting that he's putting lyrics to this song, and he seems to be rocking it. And it seems to be doing really well. So anyway, let's do it.
Something's wrong now, it won't be long. Burning screams of agony, silent strength seems your body's are dead. We're knee deep in the dead. Hellborn demons now pouring through the gate. Slaughter runs and minion these bloodful shifting. Fight through for us, I'm the last one left alive. You face a calamity, take more than that to shut my eyes. Traveling down now, slaying all that's in my path. Ain't no training for this, but there's no choice, I must resist. Rise of hellfire, scar my soul.
The vocal delivery isn't like the greatest I've ever heard. I am trying to find a level here because it's peaking really, really bad on my end, or at least appears to be. But anyway, the vocal delivery isn't the best I've ever heard, but it's definitely good for what it is. In that, like, he's just come up with lyrics and vocals for a song that already existed that was previously an instrumental. And I think that he's selling it really, really well, because if I had never heard this song before, then I would have assumed that these were the lyrics to the song. And I'm I am pretty impressed with this so far.
This soldier keeps on pushing, washes red as it seems to glow. Stuck on the shore's throat, devils live up to the night. Terror, panic, giving no time for play. Went down a fortress of mystery. It's my God, never done. These sounds but will be history. The halls of damn, battling evil unleashed. Tower of Babylon, every time a demon not defeat. On the edge the moon of Dazzling among shrouds. The most of all, hell itself, I know what I must do.
I assume that he re-recorded this, or did he just throw vocals on top of the
he
original
re-recorded
instrumental?
it himself. Like,
Okay.
the original music was in MIDI, obviously.
Oh, so yeah, it sounds really good. I like that he the production is pretty good on the guitars. I think the guitar's got a good sound to it. It's nice and clean. You know, it doesn't have a bunch of fret noise or a bunch of other that crap going on. He's got that figured out. The vocals, I think, could do with a lot of at least some processing. They seem really, really dry. And maybe some backup vocals or something. It's just that the vocals seem so dry. It seems very karaoke performance rather than an actual recorded song, because it seems to just, you know, be the one vocal track with it doesn't seem to be any reverb or delay or anything at all, which is cool, because, you know, you can get kind of a dry, realistic look into the way he does his vocals. But I think a lot could have been done here to make this would be such a banger if it had a proper mix down, I think, or just like more, something.
I feel like there's a lot of empty space in the middle, and the guitar are hard panned, like left and right, more than 100%. And it sounds like they are just occupying the left channel and the right channel, and everything in the middle is just empty, and the vocals are not filling that empty space in the mix.
And
That's
I feel
how
like
I feel
that, yeah, I absolutely understand what you're saying, and I think that if there was a little more processing on the vocals, if there was like a dynamic delay or like a very wide reverb or something, not too wet as, you know, obviously, but I feel like the vocals could have occupied that space a little bit better if they weren't so dry, because they come off as a little bit narrow and a little boring. Because of the lack of processing. And also his gutturals are just trash. It seems like there's a couple of times where he seems to try to go into a guttural, but it just doesn't really work. I think he should stick to mids and highs, because those work really well for him, for sure. But anyway, let us continue.
No fury like the south has gone. So I'm despair with no time left to mourn. Pandemonium running wild. As space surrounds me, green out one with a subtle smile. Mount Everest mindfuck, Caleb no dist in my sights. Spider demon mastermind, here even now, who you find? Down top for hell, I emerge from the door to see. On the last great field burn, death the day. Not me.
That was pretty good, though. It's pretty good, you know? It sounded like... I have no idea, because I've never played the game before, so I don't know exactly what was going on with those lyrics. But I do think that it's interesting, and I like it. And I know the general gist of what a Doom game entails and how they did like experiments on Mars or something like that. But interesting. It was interesting. I think it was a pretty good interpolation, if you will, even as it was from Master of Puppets, from the original song and the MIDI and all that and whatever, and the way this came together. He did pretty good. There's a couple things that I would have added to it that we've already been over, but for the most part, it was all right. It was okay. Lyrics by Daniel Tidwell, composed by Bobby Prince. Is Bobby Prince the original? Is the OG Doom music maker? I assume. I have no idea. But let us do the diddly do. She Sees Ghosts, drop a line.
Yes,
featuring...
and he also made.
Oh, if you're still talking, I can't hear you.
I think my internet just died for a moment.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to say that like, yeah, Bobby Prince was the original musician behind the Doom soundtrack and a few other games, including like Demo Star, probably Blood, probably something else. I'm not entirely sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. It is She Sees Ghosts, drop a line featuring Kaleb, Eddy of Weather Eye, and then so this is a very small channel, and they've got too many dislikes, so I don't know what to expect. Let's see what we got.
You only live your life to judge all the people you believe who do the mountain move. Do the mountain move. You think you're being bold with your words so cold, but when we're face to face, you are the first to fall. I feel you rise on me. I feel you rise on me. Running your mouth while you sit there behind a screen. I feel you rise on me. I feel you rise on me. Maybe it's your bride or maybe it's Tennessee. Drop a line. I bet there's nowhere to hide. Kind of sweet is when you see the what you're doing is mine. Drop a line. I wanna hear you say it. This is your time to show your pride and let that ego shine.
Okay.
This is too funny. I don't know. Those clean vocals remind me of 2012 Pony music, like Pony metal. No.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm on the herd of that time, maybe metalcore Pony metal, maybe something similar. I don't know. But like this sounds like very, very amateur and like young and naive. Like that naivety in the vocals, I can just smell it. It's just so funny.
No, I get what you're saying, because I think that the riffage sounded pretty sweet, and I think the drummer is pretty good, and I like the music video is obviously they're going all out for it, and I think that's pretty cool. But for some reason, those clean vocals were just not doing it for me. It wasn't a massive contrast or anything like that. It just seemed to be trying to be aggressive, but he just kind of didn't hit the mark. It isn't as bad as I was expecting with the downvotes. It's not great, but I've heard worse from Rise Records for sure. This isn't like, it's not like bad or anything.
It's not. Yeah, I just got like instant vibes of like early Brony music metal scene, you know?
Yeah, where it was like your song, you can do more than one song, and a lot of people seem to like try to fit as many subgenres into one song as possible to be like, this is the one time anyone's ever going to listen to me, so I need to do all of it all in one thing, and it sometimes doesn't work when you try to cram too many things together. But we're not even a minute in, so let's give it more of a shot. See, all this is great. I think this is good. Go ahead.
He's holding that man like he probably grabbed his neck or something like that. I missed that moment, but like he's holding him like a microphone, as if he's just screaming into a microphone, but he's just screaming into the other man's face.
Yeah.
He confused a man's head for a microphone. Well, that happens to the best of us, you know.
He says, your comment about too many subgenres in one song, why do you got to call out early attack like that? I'm really calling out our Wrestle the Bear once. The Wrestle the Bear once was probably one of the worst offenders of that, where they would try to fit like 5 million different kind of subgenres all into one song, where in 1 second you'd be listening to like a gore grind blast beat with just palm muted guitars, and then it would be switching to like some Cirque du Soleil type of bullshit in the next like 5 seconds, and then it would go back to some deathcore shit. So yeah, a Wrestle the Bear once is one of the good is a good example of that kind of stuff for sure. Attack was, oh man, they were good. That was good stuff right there. But anyway, this is interesting so far. I think that this part is really good. This is a pretty good breakdown. Let's continue. Here we go, more clean vocals. Oh God, no. Okay, I'm gonna go back and try to take in this whole part all at once without interrupting it, but I hate it already. All right, let's go.
You're always acting like you're so tough. Well, here's your chance to say so what? Now that we're facing everything that's got you hating. No, I'm not trying to start a fight. I'm just sick of people who run and hide.
This vocalist is much better than the other one, for sure.
When you're home and safe, there's something clever to say. When we're face to face, you can't drop a line. This is your chance to shine. There is no time to hide. Something up, let's show me your pride. Drop a line. This is your chance to shine. There is no time to hide. Something up, show me your pride.
That part right there reminds me a lot of the Bunny the Bear, the very high pitched clean vocals with the screaming vocals, except without that awkward type of like shouted mid that the Bunny did during that band. But anyway,
Drop a line. Now that there's nowhere to hide. Kind of squeeze where you seem to let your courage right up. Drop a line. I wanna hear you say it. This is your time to show your fire and let it go. Drop a line. I wanna hear you say it.
there was so much potential in this. There's just has the potential to be very good.
It's not only the impression I get from the clean vocals, it just sounds familiar, as if I've heard it in the Brony fandom like before. Like this sounds like incredibly familiar. Like the exact second that the chorus starts playing, I hear these vocals and I'm like, oh damn, I'm listening to some Brony music again. Like
Yeah.
this is incredibly familiar. Who might that be? I'm just damn.
Yeah.
This is so familiar. I don't know. Damn it.
Do they have anything newer? Yeah, they've got newer stuff than that. That was
He sounds like a Brony musician we all know, but
but it's not. Yeah, I got you. It's not quite there. Yo, I really dig the Bunny the Bear. I never heard someone bring them up before. I love it. I haven't listened to the Bunny the Bear in a really, really long time. I don't even know if they're still around anymore. But the Bunny the Bear was incredible. They were really, really good for what they were. That I think their best song is probably called Isle. Isle was a really, really good song, but it's copyrighted like a motherfucker, or I would play it on stream. So that was pretty neat. She Sees Ghosts. I will go through. I'm probably going to go through their little playlist there and see if I can check it out and see if I can find something a little bit better than that. I wonder if they got better or if that was just like the artistic. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just click on over to this newest one and see. This one is 3 years old, and so let's check it out. Y'all can't release what? Y'all can't release something. Oh my god, I can't read. Y'all can't just release something this good right before you split up shit. So okay, so this will be.
Oh, so they split up.
Yeah, so this would be their last one, and apparently it's good. So. The drums are not cutting through the mix as well as it was before, so I'm not so sure that they should have changed the mixings. Yeah, the do what?
Why is it so quiet? It sounds quiet on my end.
I can turn it up over there. I was peaking really bad. It's not peaking now. It was peaking on a different song. But anyway, this one, it was the drums don't seem to be cutting through the mix the same way it was when we were watching the music video one. God damn, this chorus is really crowded.
This is the difference. This is night and day. I'm not like, I don't know if it's the same vocalist or maybe a different one, or maybe just the second vocalist who appeared in the previous music video just stepped up his game and like became started sounding more, I don't know, wholesome. I don't know, but like this is night and day difference.
Yeah. It's different.
Totally different impression.
Yeah, he's definitely much better now than he was in that other video for sure. It's just this chorus.
It's the same vocalist.
Yeah, if it is, I don't know if there would be a way to check that. Thank you all for amazing 4 years, but I guess they split up anyway. This is so much better though than that other one. It's just in the delivery of it alone, I think it's really good. I'm not so sure about the mixing. I think that the mix down was better in the other one. I think that the drums were louder. They cut through the mix better. I think that even the guitar tone was better. And then the composition of where we have this extremely crowded chorus is just not working for me. So I think that they're better. They're more technically proficient in their recording, but it's I'm not so sure about the mix down.
search for spaces that you serene your empty home. We're gonna find times that would have grown into memories.
This really brings me back to the good old days when there weren't really super. Oh, what am I trying to read? Okay, this really brings me back to the good old days where you weren't really metal unless you wore toms. Oh, I got you. When you weren't really metal unless you wore toms and had super deep V-necks. Yeah, that was kind of exclusively an American thing. We didn't really do that anywhere else, but that was, yeah, when all of the underground metal scene, especially in Texas, or especially around the South area, it was all, it was all like kind of like half-assed mohawks and like, really deep V-necks and blue jeans, that kind of shit. It was it crossed over with like skaters a lot. With not being like super flashy. It was one of the main differences between like the metal scene and the punk scene, was that the punk scene was very flashy, and you'd wear like a denim jacket with like 50 million patches and buttons and shit like that on it and whatever, and the metal scene was just like V-necks and blue jeans. It was awesome.
Following your following.
That lead up was a little weak. This was worlds apart. Way fucking better.
Actually, I like the mixing a lot. Like I like this type of mixing more than the previous song, because in the previous song, I would complain about the guitars being like separated from everything else, and the guitar tone was incredibly weak to my taste. And here I'm just hearing a very solid connection between all the instruments. Perhaps, like just like you say, the drums don't come through like enough.
Yeah, but overall, it's more cohesive mix.
Yeah, but like everything just works together. While in the previous song, it was just like, here are some drums, here are some vocals, here are some guitars, etc., etc. No bass, because who needs bass in metal music? But like, this mix is solid. The previous one was like, all instruments felt off place, extremely separated from each other and not working together to achieve like one solid delivery of a song,
Yeah, I gotcha. I understand I'm picking up what you're putting down. Yeah, if you've ever heard like my own mixdowns that I do myself, I like the drums to be just like, to just be like straight up front and center and be very, very loud, extremely boomy. I like my drums that way. It might have something to do with, you can definitely tell when a mixdown is done by a drummer versus a guitarist, for sure. And so I'm primarily a drummer. So yeah, I like my drums to be very, very loud and very upfront. I think I'm gonna do a random one.
20. Oh yeah, random one, and then probably one or two or three 2020 songs. I would suggest that.
I Yeah, if we got time, I'm going to hit up this Coltcrusher song from Slam Worldwide, but first we'll do a random one, and then we'll do Coltcrusher. We got 48. Whoa, 48 is J-Doggone Colombian Necktie, Society Full of Filth. Society.
This one was requested several times because like she submitted it several times, and like it's being repeated in the submissions channel like 3 times or something like that. So I will have to mark them all.
Oh, did he think that he needed to? Oh, look, there he is. He's in the comments section. Here you go. Have a like there, J-Doggone. But
good boy. Good boy.
Atta boy, J-Dog. Atta boy. Yes, boy. Okay, anyway. So, Colombian Necktie, Society Full of Filth. 2019 song. Let's check this one out. As soon as we get over the intro. This down-tempo type of feel that we're going with here, even though it's kind of genty, is it's just the purest form of slam that I've heard in a very long time. It's got some core feel to it, but especially in this part where we had kind of a proper breakdown. So it's got some core, but for the most part, it's just so pure slam. It's very, very good. This fucking slam is so good. This is like, this is what you strive to, this is the sound you strive to make when you're making slam, because this is really, really good shit right here. Yes. It's so good. It reminds me of Knocked Loose. Early Knocked Loose was exactly this angry and aggressive and just fucking sheer sonic slamming violence. It was so good. Oh my god. One more time. I think it was a pony reference. He said hoof.
He said woof. That was a furry reference.
Oh, no way, because that's what I mean, I get what you're saying, because that's kind of what I'm driving at whenever I say the Knocked Loose, the early Knocked Loose parody, or not parody, the early Knocked Loose song. They have a song called Counting Worms, where he says arf arf before the breakdown. It goes so hard, where he's just arf arf ding ding ding. It's so good. It's so good. So maybe he said woof.
He said woof.
Woof. All right, he said woof. Metal vocals are like the entrance to Hogwarts. They say whatever you believe that they say. You know, they exist as long as you believe that it exists, you know? So I believe that he said hoof. There you go.
Before we start transcribing Gargad's vocals,
Yes. We just have to.
I believe that
Yes.
Gargad said, okay, this is a Christian stream. I'm not allowed to say what Gargad said in his song, so excuse me.
I
believe he said exactly that.
This is Christian Moms Against Gargod stream, okay? So yes, that Knocked Loose arf arf thing was viral in the best way possible for a bit. Yeah, for sure. It was so good. It is probably one of the hardest breakdowns ever of all time, and it's led in with just arf arf. It's so good. Anyway. Yeah. I heard my name. I don't know why. We were saying that the title of the stream is Christian Moms Against Gargod. That's what we were talking about. Because you have songs that are just unholy, young man. So anyway, it was Colombian Necktie, Society of Full of Filth. And it was that was pretty good. I liked that quite a bit. I love some down-tempo slam. That's just that gets my juices flowing. Makes my dick rock hard.
That Coltcrusher video is 18+, so I'm not sure if we can play it on stream.
Well, it's on YouTube.
But
it's age restricted. Well, then I will.
We can check the the Bandcamp upload, like audio only, because like it will work. I'm pretty sure of that. But
I wonder if I can just play the bottom half of it like this. Just like not show it, because I'll bet it's 18+ because of that. Because
I'm
of the
pretty
images.
sure of that. That's very graphic.
My Little Pony themed death metal. Now I've seen everything. 10 months ago.
Yeah.
Where have you been, you fucking loser?
I've read those comments and I was like, damn, guys, where are you coming from? We were sleeping under a rock like all this decade. I don't know. Like,
there's another homie right
normies.
there.
Normies everywhere. I don't know.
Nice, the bronies are back. We never went anywhere.
Exactly.
I love these comments. They're so good. Not as brutal as Vulvodynia. What? Vulvodynia is pretty good, but I think Coltcrusher is at least as brutal as Vulvodynia. I'm pretty sure. Let's check this one out. Okay, I'm gonna not show the video though. Oh God, the sound. hang on 1 second. I'm gonna go to the standby screen and I'm gonna see what's up with the artwork and see why it's so bad. He said is it requested by uploader? Okay, yeah. So it might not be like against community guidelines. it's pretty graphic though. It's so good though, but it's very graphic. So yeah, I understand why they would put that 18 plus. Okay, back to the thing. Oh my god, I skipped way ahead. Let's go back. Oh god, I went too far back. Coltcrusher greater than Volvadania? I think so too, but that's maybe just my my pony bias or something like that. I think Volvadania is good and everything, but Coltcrusher just knocks it out of the fucking park, bro. Now, I really like his vocals. They're so old school. It feels like old school corpse grinder vocals. It's so good. Ugh. You just don't hear that very often anymore, where people just go straight, just gutturals with it, and I love it. It's a rarity nowadays. You see what I did there? I'm really impressed with the way this bass guitar is just shining through that mix. It's very bright, but it's still handling some low end. I like this, and it doesn't even sound distorted. It sounds pretty clean. I like the way this bass guitar sounds right here. It's just delicious. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It has that distortion, though, like a little bit. Like only the high end of the bass guitar is distorted, as far as I can hear.
Okay. Delicious. I think he's good. I like him a lot. I think he sounds pretty good. And I think this guitar tone sounds really good. Cerebral Audio Productions seems to be doing pretty good work for him. Yeah, I like that quite a bit. It's going to be interesting. I've asked him to collab too, so we're going to see how that pans out. But yeah, I liked it a lot. I love Coltcrusher. I think he's fucking awesome. I don't have my notifications turned on for that. Oh,
You want to keep hearing that intro every single time you check their new videos?
No.
It's all about that intro.
True. It's I don't know. I hate it. I hate it so much. I wish they had something different. Even silence is better than that. But all right. I am going to say we've got time for one more. What are we gonna do?
Maybe a random one again. I don't know.
Do we see any interesting ones in the 2020s? Let's see here. We got Staffy. I've never heard of Staffy before.
That's a meme. That's just user submitted a trolley thingy where someone took free non-copyright YouTube music.
I got you. Wait. Burning Gryphon is in chat.
Defried and distorted and cut. So, yeah, he is.
Burning Gryphon is in chat, so we can check out this Burning Gryphon song. We'll do this one. Then we'll do this one, and we'll be done with it.
Beef. Wait, not ground beef. Groundbreak.
Groundbreak. Burning Gryphon, ground beef. Yes, he's burning ground beef, made from a Gryphon drum and bass metal. So let's check this one out really quick. I haven't listened to a Burning Gryphon song and probably since the last time we checked it out on stream. But yeah,
he will probably submit some stuff from the recent A State of Sugar album because he had some music on it. So
yes.
He'll probably submit it.
I haven't checked that one out yet. I haven't checked out the A State of Sugar yet. But I know there's a lot of people on it that I highly respect that are on it right now.
There's also a band with Whirlwind on drums.
Okay. All right, let's do this one. No, the opposite of Burning Gryphon would be freezing chicken. It's so driving. The beat is very, very driving. I'm having a hard time finding a place to stop and talk about it just for a little bit. But this is a phenomenal lyric video. I like how we even have lyrics for the electronic instruments that are playing in the background. I think that's really neat. And then it is a really I like how forward this beat is, that it's very driving. It's just, pushing us forward. And I think that's really, really neat. And it's a pretty interesting sound so far. The highly, highly processed vocals just kind of fit in with everything else. It's not so highly processed that it becomes like some kind of burden on the ear. It just kind of works, that's the Todd Howard right there. It just works, it's good. It's very Need for Speed vibe, my uncle said. Yeah, it reminds me of the soundtrack from the very first Gran Turismo game. That's what it really reminds me of, for sure. Epic solo. This is one thing, because I'm cheating here because I know behind the scenes stuff about how Burning Gryphon does his stuff, is that he really, really compresses the shit out of his mix to where it's very, it's like a block of sound. There's not even really a wave anymore. And right here,
Chocolate bar.
Do what?
It's a chocolate bar.
Yes, more or less. So right here is one of those problems that happens when you do that, is that the impact from the return of this chorus, because it just comes back and it's very sparse. It doesn't have all of the elements of the song together, where it's just vocals and maybe a synth, I think. Right there, whenever it comes back, groundbreaking experience, and then with all of that compression, it takes away from this impact that would otherwise be there. So it's very loud, and it can make things very loud and everything, which is great. But the problem is that you don't get as heavy an impact. You don't have those memorable impacts, I guess is what I'm looking for. Groundbreaking experience. I'll definitely make a difference. And why give it an experience? Although that sounds luxurious. Groundbreaking experience. I'll definitely make a difference. And why give it an experience? Although that sounds luxurious. It was cool. I really liked that, though. The all of the electronic elements coming together, and making sort of this complicated mix that's not so complicated that it gets crowded and it doesn't like overwhelm and become hard to listen to or whatever. I guess I should tone it down. It's whatever you want. It's whatever you want. I'm not saying that you should do whatever. If you like the way that you're doing it, then you do you, bud. But in my personal opinion, whenever you brick wall limit the song, whenever it's over compressed like that, you tend to it takes away a lot of things. It can make it sound louder, and a lot of people mistake good mixing or like good compression with loudness. There's the whole loudness war, I guess is what they call it, and I think it's garbage. I think that trying to be loud is not the same as mixing it well, and having all of the things coming out. Listen to I Hypocrite. I'm pretty sure we've heard I Hypocrite before. I'm pretty sure.
He said that to Gargot.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Never mind.
Said that to Gargot because Gargot hasn't probably heard that.
No blasphemies or pig squeals, and no lyrics about dismembered horses or mentally ill mares. SMH 0 out of 10. Literally unlistenable garbage. Yeah, it was good. I'll give it a like anyway. But I'm just gonna go.
Fuck Logic. Fuck Logic.
Yeah, fuck it.
Fuck Logic. That's why.
I enjoyed it, so I'm gonna give it a like. But it was okay. So there was that. It is 2:01 p.m., which means that I need to I need to get lunch started so that I can go pick up my kid from school and then he can eat. But this was fun. This is a really good stream. I enjoyed this. This was fun.
For some reason, my internet kept freezing the whole stream. I have no idea why. Might just be the internet connection, or I need to reboot my router or something like that. Not sure, but it just keeps freezing for some reason. That's annoying.
Yeah. Well, alrighty then. This was a very busy. It seemed to be a bit very busy. I just now noticed that you capitalized the L in my name.
I always do that, by the way. That's how I read your name, by the way. If you didn't notice that.
I get that a lot. A lot of people are Stallion's laughter, and I was like,
it's how else do you pronounce that? Like,
it's slaughter.
Yeah. Makes perfect sense.
Right. It's supposed to be ambiguous, so I don't fault anybody for reading it the other way. That's why it's all one word, and whatever. But anyway, we appreciate you joining us all. Gargot has given us the signal. He has said bye. So we will see you all next week. And hopefully we will have a collab either today or not today. It'll definitely be out at least by tomorrow. So love you guys, and we will see you all on the next one. Bye.
Something like that.
All right, I'm cutting it.